Hey, I wanted to talk a little bit about
Muscles and exercise, exercise and
no, not about
exercise.
muscles. Okay, sorry, not about muscles. I want to talk about what was I gonna talk?
Pope and Charlie
Would you
Sheen.
stop? No, I want to talk about. Let's try moving over here away from these guys. Okay, so I want to talk a little bit about loving yourself because I was talking earlier about this in another video, and this is where I keep running in to people and they say things like,
Bah.
would you go on? Go play. Go.
Hey,
I set you guys up with something to play with.
Bah, bah.
All right, I'm gonna have to stop my video again. I'm gonna stop my video again. Please. Oh my God, I just want to say. Okay, I'm gonna say this really, really quick to you. Okay. I keep running into people with the idea that loving yourself means making sure that you look good, buying new things for yourself, having a nice car. I love myself. I want to look good. I want to take care of myself. Blah blah blah. Okay, and I remember when I was younger, I used to think those things. But one of the most important, most amazing things I've learned over time, some probably, is that if you want to love yourself, if you want to genuinely love yourself, then you have got to do the things that make you feel loved. You have it's not about and you got to think the things that make you feel loved, and you have to say the things and do things like
Life is about spirit.
huh.
Life is about spirit.
Life is about spirit. Thank you. Yeah, the spirit and how you feel about yourself and how you feel in relation to the things you do and the things
Honey,
you say.
honey.
What, baby?
Life is an angel in your body. Life is what you need. It doesn't matter about walking stuff. All it matters about is staying alive. Not stupid messages. All it is a little text. It doesn't matter about like words. All it matters about is surviving from dangerous places and thriving and defeating your enemy, dark energy, and your body.
Huh. Oh, it's from Buddha. So it's kind of, for an example, I used to be a major thief. I like klepto style. I used to love stealing things. Oh, it just gave me such a rush. But then I started getting, I was just more conscious of things, and then I was kind of like, wow, oh my God, I'm so tired, you guys. But it doesn't matter. Okay, I'm sorry. I saw myself. Don't look at myself. Anyway, okay, check this out. So what I did was I stopped stealing stuff. I started, enjoying just doing the right things. I mean, something as simple as switching a price tag or being misleading about something. You can. Sorry, I have an itch on my back. Okay, so what you can do is you just start making these better choices, okay? And then you start having these better thoughts, start just thinking nice things, and you're still gonna have, sorry, I'm a troll. You're still gonna have bad thoughts. You're still gonna have thoughts that are negative or that make you feel bad about yourself or just negative about other people. And when you have them, and then you become aware of it, and then you switch your thoughts around, and you do it, and you do it, and you do it, no matter how many. You can have 1,000 bad thoughts, negative thoughts in one day, and that's okay, as long as 1,000 times you told yourself, oh man, don't think like that, let's turn this around and get positive. You see what I mean? So then what happens is it goes down to 900, and then 700, and then 300, and then before you know it, you're just not having so many negative thoughts, and they're instantly turned around by a positive thought. Okay, so then the deeds you do. Okay, so like, for an example, like I said, I used to be a huge thief. I used to just, so bad. Anyway, but now I love myself because I know I'm a good thief, and I choose not to do it. So it's like I choose to do something better. I'm just I'll just pay for it. Or you know what? I just won't have it. And that was another thing, as I became less materialistic. And it really wasn't about having anything. It was more about the thrill of doing it. But the thrill I get is being pretty much above reproach when it comes to how I feel about myself. If someone comes and they call me a thief, okay, well, I used to be, but not anymore. If they call me, a hater or something, I'm like, well, yeah, I used to be, I used to be a really bad hater. I'd just be hating on everybody. Now I understand that if I'm hating on someone or even have that feeling of hating on somebody, I know that it has to do because that person is reflecting something in me that's awesome that I'm not taking care of, that I'm not addressing. I'll make another video about that later, about projection and about rejection, about oh my God. Anyway, reflection. Sorry, projection, reflection, and rejection. Those are three things that it's very important for us to have a healthy relationship to, because we're not going to get away from having those feelings. We're not going to get away from it. We're here doing it, So anyway, so what happens is then you do the right actions. Like when you see something that needs done, just do it. Be a part of something that's good. Like I used to always say, man, I wish I could just find somebody that would do this. I wish I could find somebody that, man, someone would do that. It'd be so awesome. And then I started saying, you know what? I want to be the person that does this. I want to be the person that does that. I want to be the person that fills that gap to where there's a need. And so, it might be as simple as walking down the street. The other day, for example, I was walking down the street, just wanted some time alone. My mom came over, sat with the boys. I went walking through Vancouver, and I see all these street, parking meters that are going empty, and I'm just like, oh, I've got change. So I start feeding these parking meters, and then I end up feeding the parking meter for this new chef downtown who didn't know how late the meters were, and initially was going to get a ticket and all of this just because, of a new job in a new area that he wasn't aware of. So it was really, really neat because I'm helping people and they don't even know it, and that's a cool thing. That makes you feel good about yourself. And then these cool things started happening. Like people started coming and talking to me. People started coming and giving back to me for no reason. I started to see it happening. And it takes a little while. I mean, if you're just a negative hater who is hating life, hating other people, and you're trying to escape by doing, Lord knows what, and there's all kinds of things you could be doing out there, and I don't care what they are. I mean, I do not care, because we're all a little crazy inside, on some kind of level. I promise I can find crazy in everybody. But the point is, see, I started rambling again. I hate when I do that. This is usually about the point. The other person starts talking. So, just okay. Let's see. What was I talking about? I was talking about, okay, the next video I was going to do about projection and reflection and rejection. That should be like a song or something. And, what was I talking about initially? What was I even talking about at the beginning of the whole freaking video? I was talking about, this really sucks. Okay, let me go back to the core of this. What was I talking about? Okay, first I was talking about, in the first video, because I made another video, and I said that I would make, loving yourself. Okay, so then when you love yourself and people come up and they try to say bad things about you, then it doesn't hold. Like, people can come up to me now, they can say all kinds of things about me. The only two things that I don't want anybody to call me, because I feel it's like true, like if somebody calls me fat, okay, because I'm a little chubbier, than most people. I'm not one of those super skinny girls, and, I've always had an issue with that. I always wanted to be one of those, but so now I'm doing the gluten-free, and I was vegan forever, and vegetarian, and now I still pretty much have those roots, but I don't want to be called vegetarian because, Lord knows I want to take a bite of meat one day or something like that. I just, I don't practice the meat. I don't practice eating a lot of meat, but I do. Every once in a while, just want to bite of some meat. I don't know. It just happens. So, but and so I really can't call myself vegetarian if I'm eating a piece of meat every, even if it's every 3 months. It's still I just whatever it is. But anyway, back to that point. Love yourself because someone could, like for me, if someone calls me fat or if they call me ugly or something like that, then that really bothers me. And a little bit. Even, see, here I'm just letting you know my weaknesses. So go ahead, call me what you will. It doesn't matter because now I've already told you. So now that you know, and if you do it, then we're just showing me that you really don't like yourself. Because, man, I got to do that whole thing about reflection now. Because I tell you what, when you learn that, oh, man, I can't wait to make that video. Anyway, I'm going to let you guys go, and I'm going to kind of, like, do whatever I gotta do because I got kids that are being really quiet right now. I gotta go. All right, talk to you later.